praise be to the Most High. Shout out to my subscribers. And if you ain't a subscriber, hit that bell. It's free. But yeah, man, we talking about Fleece Johnson, man, aka the Booty Bandit. Yeah, Fleece Johnson, aka the Booty Bandit, man, he was incarcerated for, I think, damn near like 40 years in a Kentucky State facility. You know, at 14, he caught a crazy ass case, man, and hey, man, it had the boy down bad for a long, long time. In the midst of his incarceration, he became a real heavy, hard hitter, got caught up in homosexuality, and that's where he proclaimed his name as being the Booty Bandit, man. And for y'all don't know who to know what that means. It means it's just what it say. He's a booty bandit. That means he take booty. Yeah, man. Seen an interview that he did with some guys. And I be following Fleece Johnson. Shout out to you. Y'all just let me build my case. But he was saying how, man, that when he was doing his time, how booty was more important than water. That's a bold statement to make, saying that booty is more important than water, man. You can go without food, but you can't go without water. And he said that booty was more important than water. And he said some shit that I never ever heard all my years of living. That he said that he had never had sex with a female, not kissed a female. He had did nothing with a female. But he had been in the penitentiary so long, and he said that he was against homosexuality. He said that he was one of the main guys, didn't want homosexuals around him, would call them out their name, all that, just didn't want them around him. But he just said after being there so long, not being with a woman, hey, he got in the game, man. He got in the game. One night he was in the shower with a guy. Told him not to say shit. He got up in him, and hey, man, boom, he became the Booty Band. After then, he couldn't stay away from booty. And he said that, he just had to have booty, man. He said that booty was more important than water. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. But that's what he said, man. Now, y'all help me build my case, though. But he even said, and this was going to blow y'all mind because it blew my mind. This grown-ass man said that he thought that he impregnated his lover when he was in the penitentiary. Yeah, you heard what I said. He said that he thought he had got the guy who cheeks he was slapping with pregnant. So, in other words, the dude that he was hitting, man, the dude he was slapping cheeks with, came and told Fleece Johnson, a.k.a. the Booty Bandit, that he was impregnated. Now, to me and you, that shit sound far-fetched, sound crazy, sound like, man, you gotta be put on my leg, OG, that couldn't have happened. But he said it. Fleece Johnson, aka the Booty Bandit, said it allegedly that his lover came and told him that he was pregnant, and said he fell for it. He said he fell for the shit so hard that when he told the other guys and they laughed at him, he said he was ready to beat their ass. He was ready to fight. He was ready to knock the meat out their taco for talking about his baby daddy. Yeah, man, that's what Fleece Johnson said. He said he called home to his mama. And he said he told his mama. Now imagine you, man, laying up with another man or another woman. This ain't to knock nobody, no nothing. Then we talking about Fleece Johnson's story. And he said that he told his mama about he had the man pregnant, and say his mama hung up on him. I can imagine that shit, man, because R.I.P. to my mama, man. She would have hung up on me too, maybe. This boy done lost his damn mind. But she said he said his mama hung up on him like he was crazy. And he said the only thing that convinced him that he was in the wrong and the man couldn't be pregnant is his daddy had to come down to the penitentiary to see him, to convince him that, man, he was living foul and he was living wrong, and that shit just wasn't what it was. Yeah, man, he said that. He said he had done been in there so long that he became wanting to start being with men, and he fell in love with a man, and that man was become his baby mom. Oops, I'm sorry, his baby daddy. That's the type of stuff he went through in there, man. Yeah, Fleece Johnson, he said that at one time in his life that, he didn't want to leave the prison he was at to go to another one, and he jumped on the warden desk and took a shit and ate some of it and rubbed it in his face. Yeah, that's what Fleece Johnson said he did, man. But the moral of the story is this, that Fleece Johnson, man, was really on demon time, aka the booty bandit, but he said he don't practice homosexuality no more. He's faithfully married to his wife. And yeah, man, and he said he on the right accord now. So with that being said, that anybody could change. If somebody that was in the pen 40 years and that took pride in taking men booty, and to say that water was better than water, better than booty, I mean than food, I mean, whatever the hell he said. It sounds so crazy, it confused me. But yeah, that's what he said, that booty was more important than water and food. So he was in the game real deep. But if he could change, if he can go from that way of thinking, then anybody should, man. A narcissist, anybody. I mean, a person that can willingly admit that they was wrong, they was living foul, they was out here really going against God, they was on demon time, they ain't had God in their life. If that type of person could change, anybody should be able to change. But it starts with a willing heart and a willing mind that you gotta want to change. You gotta have a heart that you want to change, that you want to do better. You want to get away from your wicked ass ways, man. And I think that's what happened to Fleece Johnson. That Fleece Johnson got sick and tired of Fleece Johnson. Yeah, the booty bandit got tired of being the booty bandit, and he wanted to be somebody else. That's why in the Bible it says that when I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put childish things away. Did Fleece Johnson, aka the booty bandit, say, fuck it, I just want to put childish things away, man. And I think that's what he wanted to do. And he also said this before I get out of here, that he wouldn't even accept him. So he understand that women that don't want to date him, because he said that he been lived so much of a scum bucket ass life that he wouldn't even date him. But guess what? In his honesty and him being real, he was able to find somebody that truly accept him and want to be with him. Picture that, man. Picture that. You meeting a guy and you liking him, and he telling you, hey, man, I'm a booty bandit. I used to take men's butt when I was locked up. A lot of guys not going to do that. They're not going to tell you that, hey, when I was locked up, I was slapping cheeks with another man, or they was putting lipstick and a wig on me, and they was passing me around, you know what I mean, from part to part, because I had deals with guys and couldn't pay them, and they was treating me like a prostitute. Fleece Johnson was really putting it down, and he was telling us how it is. And I think that could be a great tool for prevention for a lot of you young YNs that think life is a game and think going to jail is cool. That, hey, man, you can become somebody's girlfriend. Or you might get in there and get lonely. You ain't getting your rocks off no more. You already been weak as hell out here in the free world in the street. Now you get in there and you let a grown man manipulate you to start slapping and clapping your cheeks. I mean, and that's basically what he was saying, man. But if Fleece Johnson, aka the booty bandit, can change, anybody can change, man. I heard this man say with my own ears that I'm sorry, y'all, that booty was more important than water. And I mean, like, I don't know what, when I heard him say that, I stopped everything I was doing, because I really had to hear what the hell make a man want to talk like this. For one, at that time in his life, he didn't know God, so he was ignorant. Yeah, Fleece Johnson was ignorant then, so he was on demon time, not knowing that, damn, man, what you doing was wrong. But he did say now that men with men is wrong. He said that don't even nature teach you that. So I said, okay, Fleece Johnson, then you woke now. See, Fleece Johnson was committing these deeds of wrongdoing and sin, when he was asleep. But see, one thing about when the Most High wake your ass up, he wake you up, you up. You see everything for what it is. So you're going to accept accountability and responsibility. So shout out to you, Fleece Johnson. Shout out to you, man, for just seeing the truth of what life really is and accepting what's good and what's noble. And congratulations on your new life. If anybody need to get at me for coaching sessions, you can email me at therealDSlimDaog@gmail.com. Instagram DSlimDaog. And if you want to donate to the channel, you can at Cash App $DEBOY10. Yeah, man. But until the next time, I appreciate y'all, all my loyal and real subscribers. Knowledge is power. Stay solid, it's the movement. Until the next time, peace and shalom.